You can give your kids anything. You can spend a large amount of money on them. Mm-hmm. They'll never remember how much money you spent on them, but they'll remember all those times you was around to do things with them, taking on trips, walking, right. Daddy-daughter dances. Right. Like, I missed all that.
What's up, Walkies family? Welcome to another episode of Unfiltered. Today's video features a conversation between Solo and I on parenthood. We talk about the difference between financial support versus physical presence in this kid's life. When you got sentenced to the 10 years, you know, I know how I felt when they sentenced me to 12 to 24. I thought that was life, but I was a kid at the time. How did you feel?
Like, here we go, all over again. Mainly just thought about my kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, how old they were gonna be when I was released. Thought about my mom, wondering if I let her down.
Right.
I mean, because I know the situation I was put in. I wasn't really concerned about how I felt. I know I could do the time if I had to, and the mistake I made, the bad decision I made, I knew I had to do it. It was more so I wasn't worried about me. I was just worried about my loved ones and how it was going to affect them, how my presence not being around was going to affect them.
So when you was operating on the street before that point, did you think about what you was doing and how it would affect them negatively and positively?
Honestly, no, because I became selfish. Mm-hmm. Like, it was all about me. Mm-hmm. After I lost my mom, I stopped caring about pretty much everything. Mm-hmm. As I told you before, I was hoping that, somebody killed me because that's how much I wanted to be with my mother. Mm-hmm. That's how much I missed my mom. Mm-hmm. So I grew to be extremely selfish.
Right.
I wasn't a father I needed to be. I wasn't a husband I needed to be. I just thought that, providing money, buying clothes, I thought that's what a father did.
Right.
I didn't appreciate the time part of it that your loved ones look for.
Right.
You can give your kids anything. You can spend a large amount of money on them. Mm-hmm. They'll never remember how much money you spent on them, but they'll remember all those times you was around to do things with them, taking on trips, walking, right. Daddy-daughter dances.
Right.
Like, I missed all that
because
of my bad decision and being selfish.
So, well, let's talk about that. In prison, I know what I like to call my awakening was, it was early in my bit. I only had about 2 years in, but I had gotten caught up with everything, the drug dealing, the fights, the rumbles, talking to guards, cell phones. Yeah. And my dad had found out about it. And one day I called the crib and, he just checked me hard. Like, what are you, a maniac? Like, what do you have going on? You in jail for murder and you running around, like, what's going on with you? And he just snapped on me and hung up the phone. And, I went back to the cell and I laid there and I just started to think, who am I? Like, what am I doing? Who do I want to be? And that started the whole process of me actually making a change in my life and making decisions on the type of life that I wanted to live. And also start looking around at other people and saying, I don't want to be them, but we're all in the same place.
Yeah.
So what was that moment for you where you kind of started to say, you know what? You started looking at things different, wanting to be a father, thinking about your family and how you affect them more.
It was plenty different things. Between members of my family becoming sick, financial issues,
right.
My daughter becoming pregnant, my granddaughter being born without me being there. It just was numerous things. I remember my daughter sent me an ultrasound paper. So I'm looking at it and not paying too much attention of it. I'm thinking she's sending me an ultrasound of when she was a kid, right?
Right.
So I realized the date on the paper is hers. And she's about 18 at the time. I'm like, man, damn, my daughter pregnant, I'm in here. Like, I felt her. But it turned out to be one of the best things for her because she's a wonderful mother, like responsible, like Never seen it coming. One of the best parents I know, hands down. So it turned out to be something good for her. But family members becoming sick and financial struggles they having while you're incarcerated, and you know that you could be there to contribute. And you know, a lot of us contribute in wrong ways when we was home, but we still contribute. We thought that we were helping out, but it's more so, it wasn't me being needed so much financially. It was more so me being needed, my presence being around. Because although you may not be able to help as much as you want financially, a lot of times your presence alone can just change the situation to be better.
Thank you for watching Unfiltered. And you know how YouTube works. If you want to see more of this content, like, subscribe, even leave us a comment. We love reading those. Again, we appreciate you watching Unfiltered. We hope to see you next time. Take care.